Our final question comes from Chris DeCita, and he'll be asking Mr. Shields.
Are Curry College and Milton Academy doing right by the town in view of the property that they own and the services that they consume?
I think that we have to remember that both Milton Academy, Curry College, and Milton Hospital are the largest employers of the town, of townspeople within the town. One of the candidates that was up here for one of the offices a little while ago told me that she had just gotten a job at Milton Hospital. The Curry College provides scholarships. Milton Academy provides educational assistance with us, you know, in co-brokering educational opportunities. A lot of people talk about Milton Academy and Curry College and what they do and don't do for us. We have to remember that our assessors lost a big case in the 70s where where they said that as the Academy was buying properties, that they were exempt from taxation. The Board of Selectmen has made a deal with Milton Academy, along with the assessors, and any property that they buy now stay on the tax rolls. We have to remember that the law states, both federal and state law, that they are exempt from paying taxes, and so we get out of them what we can. I think that Curry's participation in the Ulen Rink, managing the Ulen Rink for us, has been a godsend because they've indemnified us for 3 years' worth of losses, and there have been some operating losses there. Thank you.
Mr. Keohane?
This has been a pet peeve of mine for many, many years. Curry College, Milton Academy, and more recently my parish, St. Pius. They've got a rectory on 8 acres that's been sitting vacant for a number of years. No tax is being paid. That's something I'd like to tackle immediately, that if you are tax exempt and you're not using it, you go on the tax roll. I'm not sure if it's legal or not, but it's something I would advocate for. Curry College, Milton Academy, I know Milton Academy, as Mr. Shields said, they are on the tax roll with 32 properties, paying 80 grand a year. 80 grand a year for 32 properties. It's not a whole lot. I think we can get more out of them, and especially Curry College. They're using up a lot of resources that we have with police and fire. In fact, they're the #1 for both. The most amount of calls that come into 911 are for Curry College and for the fire department. Yet we're only getting 60 grand a year out of them, $60,000 a year. Mayor Menino in Boston, he changed it with a lot of hospitals and schools. He said, whether it's legal, again, whether it's legal or not, I don't know, but you don't pay, we're not going to come as fast as you'd like us to come.
Thank you. That's 1 minute. Mr. Shields, you have 30 seconds.
I would never say something like that. If somebody is in trouble, our public safety, whether they live in the town or they don't live in the town, if there's an accident, no matter what, our public safety people will be there right away. I don't disagree with some of what Mr. Keohane has just said, but you have to understand, I believe it is illegal. For the St. Pius property is a perfect example. The church, the Archdiocese still owns that property, and it still is tax exempt under the laws that we live by.
Thank you. At this time, each candidate will be allowed 2 minutes of closing remarks in alphabetical order. So, Mr. Keohane, you have the first closing remarks.
Well, thanks, Nick and Frank and Mike from Cablevision and the debate team. I thought you guys were great. For those of you who don't know me, by now I hope you would. I came to the United States back in 1988. I was just a young lad, as you say here. I was 21 years old. And I'm very grateful for that move. I'm even more grateful for making a decision to come to and live my life in Milton, the second part of my life in Milton. We started a small company back around 1989, and we built it up to a pretty successful real estate development and investment company, starting with very little resources. My wife and I have 3 girls. We have 3 daughters, all raised in the town of Milton, and all went through the Milton public school system, which we are very proud of. I am a member of the school committee presently, and that is one of the highlights of my time in Milton. I'm also a large contributor to the Milton Foundation for Education every year. We donated a trip for 4 people to Ireland, all expense paid, which raised over 150 grand for our public schools over the past 7 years, and that's something that we're very proud of. The reason I got to where I am today in life is because of hard work and due diligence, careful investing, and giving back. And that's the reason I ran for the school committee. I gave back. I believe my expertise and my skills presently in business are much more valuable to the Board of Selectmen right now, given the future developments that are coming online and all the other issues that we have with crime and the morale at Town Hall. I'm a businessman. I'm known as being fair but firm. I'm approachable. I respect people. I never ever speak down to people. I am one of these guys that have a habit of bringing people together.
That's 2 minutes.
That is one of my strengths. I will work as hard in my daily life as I will for you in Town Hall if I am elected to the Board of Selectmen. I ask for your vote on April 24th. Thank you.
Mr. Shields?
Thank you. My name is John Michael Shields. I've been a selectman now for 12 years in 2 different decades. I served from 91 to 97, and I served from 2006 to the present. I ask you for your vote for another term as selectman. There are things that I want to do as a selectman to continue the rise of the town and the continuation of having our property values in this recession not damaged as much as some of our neighbors. A lot of the decisions that the selectmen make are with that in mind, and I've been one of the ones that have championed that. I've also tried to stand up for the neighbors as much as possible in these various development issues in town. This year we have to resolve the wind turbine problem. We will be finalizing plans with the Governor Stoughton Committee, Governor Stoughton Trust, to fulfill the will of Governor Stoughton. An issue has been made in this race about the one individual's contract and why that individual got one contract. I want to just say that everyone under the selectmen got a one-year contract that are under the auspices of the selectmen, including the unions. The average raises for those positions was 1.34% this past year. We're in a recession. We have been in positions where the state has cut local aid in the past, and we didn't want to be in a position of having our local aid cut and having long-term contracts to deal with and have to cut those negotiated raises on the town meeting floor as we had to in 1991. I live at 142 Houston Avenue with my wife Maureen and my son Jay, who is a sophomore at Roger Williams University down in Rhode Island, made the dean's list last semester. And my daughter Megan, Maureen and Megan, are down at Loyola of Baltimore this weekend looking for accepted freshmen, looking at that school. So I will have even more time to devote to the Board of Selectmen next year, as I'm going to be an empty nester for the first time in a long time. I look forward to being your selectman for another term. I'd appreciate your vote on April 24th. And I'd like to thank Frank Scroth, the debating team, the Milton High debating team. You've done a wonderful job. This was really well-researched questions. Fuller Village, Mr. Fitzgerald, and Milton Cable for putting this on. This was a great, great debate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dennis, for that.